Hey everyone, I hope things are going out well with you. And this is kind of my third time recording this. So first off, if I make a bunch of mistakes, hopefully you will get the general idea of what I'm doing and be able to follow along, because I've made little mistakes along the way and I've had to re-record. So please forgive the mistakes. Let's move on. First off, this is a pre-lecture, if you will, for what I'm going to expect out of you guys if we are not able to return to actual classroom at the school, going to school like normal, kind of a thing. If we are still at home and we are still dealing with the coronavirus or whatever else we're dealing with, then this is how we're going to start having school. With your classes starting on Monday, for me, I want to set up my English class so you can access it when you need to access it. So you're not going to have to meet with me at a specific time. I do know some teachers are looking at possibly having their class meet with them at a specific time and using certain pieces of technology so you guys can meet as a class, but I think that's a little complicated. So here is what I am going to expect out of you guys over the next few weeks when we cannot be meeting in class. Here it is. Please read along with this post with me. I put this up Wednesday, March 18th, which is like 3 days before spring break starts. And again, you don't have to worry about schoolwork over spring break. But I thought maybe I'd put this up, and if you guys have any questions or if you happen to see this, you can maybe go through it and we can start getting this in place before we come back from spring break. So first off, Monday, March 30th. When you come back to school, it may be online. And if it is online, then you need to get onto your Google Classroom, probably for most of your classes, but for English, you need to get on. And you need to make sure that you continue to do your daily reading for 20 minutes. And starting on Monday, March 30th, right after spring break, you will need to start writing 3 paragraphs in that 12-minute period. 3 paragraphs. I know, it's getting a little bit longer, but some of you guys are like writing up to 3/4 of a page in your 2 paragraphs. So I want you to treat these paragraphs as a miniature informational essay. However you're connecting it, text to self, text to text, or text to world communication, this is what you are going to be informing the reader about. And so you need to have an introductory paragraph. You need to have a concluding paragraph, which may be a little bit shorter than your middle paragraph, which will be the body of your essay. The body of your essay should include a topic sentence, your normal quote with a citation, and all of the things that you have already been doing, the connection, all of those kinds of things. The background information now, though, will go into that first paragraph. And remember that your concluding paragraph is going to be all about summarizing that entire essay again. So if it is a little bit shorter than what it should be, we'll work with that. And if you're not able to record it in that 12 minutes, write it in that 12 minutes, please try and get it to the point that it is taking you 12 minutes. I told you guys at the beginning of the year that if you did not do this daily and worked hard at this daily, then by the time we got to the end of the year, you guys are going to be really struggling to get your 3 paragraphs in that 12 minutes. So if it takes you longer, you still need to do the 3 full paragraphs. Also, we are going to start our vocabulary back up. That will be given to you on a list, and probably in my lectures I will give you just a daily reminder of what you guys are expected to be doing, but that will be attached as a document that you can start studying. You should be studying it about 10 minutes a day. Also, on Mondays, I will be giving you guys a discussion question. This discussion question, it's right here, is where I'm talking about it. This discussion question, I think it will be a good idea for us to still interact and work with each other. So you'll answer my discussion question, and you need to answer it in 1 to 2 paragraphs and thoughtfully answer it. It's not supposed to be just a, yeah, whatever. Okay? Be thoughtful. Try to share a little bit about what's going on with you guys so then other people can be involved in your life still, even if we are all at home and can't go anywhere. Although I do want you to remember that you need to use your best language practices. So you spell correctly, you use correct punctuation, you use ending sentence punctuation, you are writing in a paragraph to 2 paragraphs, you write with a topic sentence, and so forth and so on. Do notice, though, that you need to answer the question that I ask in 1 to 2 paragraphs. That should be done by Wednesday, and I am going to be grading these. So that should be done on Wednesday, and then by Friday, you need to also respond to 2 other students' responses. I'm not going to specify who right now. I'm hoping that you guys will kind of take a look and say who hasn't been responded to, and you guys respond to those. Please make sure you're respectful, school appropriate, and that we're helping each other and not tearing each other down. Again, these comments will be graded. Do your best. After or before, because the vocabulary, the reading, and the writing, you can do that in any order throughout the day that you want to, but there'll also be a short lecture that you'll be expected to access and to take notes on, and the lecture will probably come up a little bit like we're doing right now. You need to still take notes. So if you're going to take notes on a piece of paper, you need to get out a piece of paper, you need to come ready for the lecture. You can pause. So that makes it a little bit easier if you forget something. You just pause the lecture, go grab your stuff, and then come back to the computer and start the lecture again. If you want to take notes on the computer, this is what I suggest. I suggest that you go to your Google Docs and start a new blank document. And I would title this English 8. This is going to be our lecture notes. Lecture notes, and then even put in the day. Even put, well, no, not there. So down here, you should format your document into columns, because we like to do the Cornell, or I have you guys do the Cornell note-taking method. I don't know if you like it or not. So I have you guys do the Cornell note-taking method. So you can put your document into 2 columns like we do. I'm moving those around a little bit. Hopefully that will work a little bit with the left margin. Extending that margin. Let's see if that works. So you have to enter all the way through. No, that did not work. I did that wrong. Okay, so now I've messed it up, and I'm not going to re-record. So if you mess it up too bad, sorry, just do a new document. So English 8 lecture notes. Okay, format, columns. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit less so I don't have to deal with it. Mess around with your formatting. Mess around with your columns. I do not know why it's doing that way. So here you would write probably the date, and then, well, let's do big ideas, and then the date, and then you would start taking notes for your big ideas. And then, of course, over here, why is it doing that? Over here, I have no idea. Try and get this formatted so, how far over does this go? I really don't want to start this lecture again. Okay. And now it's not even writing. Weird. So I hope you don't have as many problems as I do. Here, you want to put down your supporting evidence. And then this is where you'll start doing your details. So hopefully you won't mess up the formatting the way I did. Anyway, if you want to take notes that way, that's just fine. I kind of prefer a piece of paper. Please let me know if you have any questions. Once again, Basic requirements, reading and writing, vocabulary, answering that question by Wednesday, and then responding to other students by Friday, vocabulary quiz, and then the lecture that you're going to be responsible for, and that lecture will most likely have some kind of an assignment attached to it, which won't take you very long, or maybe throughout the lecture. So good luck, and I hope things are going well.